My name is Simi Olusola. I actually work in the not-for-profit sector. So I'm not a developer. I know a bit of code, but I work in the not-for-profit sector, and I also do a lot of business consulting. Let's just leave it as that. Let me just explain what that. In the past 2 years, I have mentored both online and offline at least 300 entrepreneurs. And in the course of doing that, there's one recurring. Did anybody here apply for the African Entrepreneur Awards? The Bank of Morocco, PNC Bank of Morocco, and the King of Morocco. In the course of doing all of that, of engaging with entrepreneurs, looking through their business plans and all that, there's one thing, because in most of the settings that mentor entrepreneurs, it's really like tech spaces or tech hubs and all that. And so most of the businesses I've looked at have been businesses that had a technological component. And one thing most of them keep doing, one thing that always comes up everywhere, that everyone seems to think technology is the solution to every single problem. And that's all. So technology is an enabler, not the solution. And because most times it looks like we tend to focus on technology itself, people don't even get the solution right. People don't, and so yeah, that's it. So I said I was going to talk about how to build products that the market loves, and not just products that the market loves, but products they want and need as well. So why exactly should someone buy your product? I mean, if you have all the best features, if you have all the best functionalities, UI, UX, everything, whatever, and still it would not be accepted by the market. So how should you get your product accepted by the market? So we're just really talking about what is called the product market fit. These are standard, or these are definitions you can find online. Really, market fit is when the product value proposition fulfills an underserved or an unserved need. So either that need has never been taken care of before, or it's not been taken care of sufficiently. And it's often described as the key difference between successful new products and failures. It means being in a good market with a product that can satisfy that market. And product market fit is simply more than providing value. It's about providing the right solution to the right person and being able to clearly explain why your product is valuable to them. Product market fit is when the product, value, proposition, distribution, channels, and customer need are in alignment. Has anyone ever done any work with the business model canvas? Please, hands. Okay, hold on. I think I saw again. Is there anyone here who, and I know that someone that founders and CEOs here, so if you're a founder or a CEO here, or a CTO, or you plan to be any of this, can I just see your hands? Any of these three that I mentioned? So quite a number of us. Now, please keep your hands up, sorry. How many of us have worked on the business model canvas? If you have, keep your hands up. 3 hands. For you? Okay, so unfortunately, my talk is not about that. But because it's like a shortcut to building a business plan. Because it basically tells you channels, your value proposition, everything. I mean, and it's not 7 segments. So it's just like a snapshot of your business plan. If you can figure out your business, if you can work on the business model canvas and fill out all the segments, that's like the building block of your full business plan, and then getting your strategy and all of that. So please, there were a lot of hands on founders, CEOs, CTOs, and just 3 people have worked on their canvas. So please, it's a shortcut and it's easy to do that. Now, if there's anything that do you have a question?
I just want to find the URL
for the business model canvas. I think you can just Google it. You will find it. You'll find it anywhere. It's no specific place. So there's one thing you should take away from today. If you don't hear any other thing I say, is this: you must find product market fit before your product actually exists. So if you're building an app or you're building whatever it is you're doing, you should have found product market fit before that thing is live. In fact, I would say you should find product market fit before you start. Before you have your MVP, so that you can have the initial design. But before you have that MVP that you want to release, ensure that you have product market fit. And that's really important because most people take their product to the market first, then begin to iterate on that, which is also a different part. That's a different part of product development and all of that. But before your product hits the market, before you build the final version you want to take to the market, you should find product market fit. And my next 2-3 slides, next 4 slides actually will be on that, talking about the market comes first. So your product is not the most important. Face the problem, not the solution. So I'm going to be using people that I know and who have things that they're doing. Eloha, what exactly does Kotlin do?
So we have two bits to the two features of the product. We have a marketplace which we are yet to launch. We are still looking for product marketplace. But we have a testing platform which we have launched. It's kind of like Akaram, but the approach is different. We are focused on project-based tests.
So if I heard you correctly, it's basically to help software developers get schedules, projects, and all of that.
Correct.
How many software developers did you interview before you released your product?
Online, over 50.
How
The
many?
other time, yeah, we actually went offline. I was in Ghana at the time, went to the University of Ghana, it's the biggest school in Ghana. So we had people fill our forms, paper forms. We had over 55 of those.
What questions were you asking? Were you asking them about that? We have this product. What were you asking them?
Okay, so mostly at the time we started, because we went through a lot of people, like we changed the business idea different times. At the time we were trying to get mentors for software developers. So we're asking them if that is something they will find value. Or eventually realized that devs don't pay for anything. So we switched our model to B2B and try to figure out what companies that recruit software developers need. So they are going to be the ones paying.
How many companies did you interview before you released the product?
Still offline and online. We interviewed for companies, I would say a little bit over 52.
I think that's a good example of so they actually faced the problem. Asking, what did you ask them? So you didn't go out asking them that we have a company called Kotlin. What do you think? You actually went further. You said you need mentors, and so that's what I'm trying to pull. Like, you don't go telling people about your solution. If you want to solve hunger, you're not going to come and tell them, oh, I have this app that you can use to order food or whatever. You need to ask. You need to go talk to them about the problem, because that's how you begin to know the ways that they want the problem to be solved. Don't bring your solution to them. Focus first on the problem. So if you have any idea that you want to build, go whatever problem that is solving, go and look at the people that are your targets. And then your team apparently did a very fantastic job. I'm hearing 50 and all that. I mean, for starters, you could even do 10. I always advise that do a minimum of 10 people. So they have 2 categories of target users, target market. So they have 2 categories. So if you do 10 of each, if you have just one, do 10. But remember, face the problem, not the solution. It's not about whatever it is that you're selling, but what are you trying to solve. And so when you face the solution more, you usually tend to make mistakes with your product approach, because how you're approaching people and telling them is, okay, so I'm going to divert a bit. Like I said, I work in the non-for-profit sector. I've always found out that when we are going into communities to try and do our projects, we come with that savior mentality when we've not talked to them first. So that's exactly what you're going to be doing. You're giving them your solution. People don't accept that easily. But when they tell you how they want the solution to be delivered to them and you bring it, it's more acceptable that way. I've seen that happen over and over. So when we sit with our beneficiaries and we work out the design of our projects together, they always accept it, and it's the same thing in the business world as well. So let your people tell you, let your customers or your potential customers tell you how they want to get your product, so you don't insist on the way you're going to take it to them. And for the third, when Rebecca was speaking, she talked about writing. When Eloha was speaking just now, so she talked about writing. Write. Content really is king. Question. when we go to Google or any search engine and put in your search parameters, usually there are two categories of search engine results that come in on the page. You see the ones that are the ads, which are the inorganic ones, and you see the regular ones. Which ones do we usually click on? The ones that are the ads or the other ones? Everyone clicks on the organic results because you know that for it to be there, I mean, you feel like they're real, okay, they are for real. And then come on, you paid for it. I don't even know if you're for real or not. So what write is, so write as much as possible. Write about your processes, write about your tests. But I mean, now that's a different thing entirely. SEO, using the right keywords, but as much as possible write. Because what happens when you write and put a lot of information about your solution and about the problem you're trying to solve is that you begin to jump to the top of search engine results. And so that way people trust you more when they say that you're right there at the top. So just write a lot. And also when you write, you get feedback from people because they see what you're writing. If you're going to, you might probably have someone tell you, do this way. So aside your SEO thing, it also helps you to get feedback from people. Then ask the market questions. What is their need? What are they trying? Why is the problem still existing? Like I said, don't go telling them we have this app. I have a friend who's been trying to build a nutrition app for a very long time, almost a year. In fact, she's a Tony Elumelu fellow. So she actually has a good product. But for some reason, that has done it. Because I remember the time I asked her about the product, she was selling the product to me, not the solution. She was telling me about the app. And now what I want to know is what exactly is this product going to do? So by the time we got talking, I realized that she had not even truly identified the need of the market. She just had this idea in her head that this app is going to be good. And to be honest, the plan for the app is good. But you've not exactly figured out, do the people you're trying to sell it to really, what exactly do they need? How do they need it? You also need to know the alternatives they have tried. Why do people use Oga Taxi instead of Uber and Taxify? Because there are people that use Oga Taxi. So there are alternatives. So you need to ask them, why have they tried Uber and why are they no longer using Uber and they now want to use Oga Taxi or the various ways. So you need to find out the alternatives that people have tried. And you need to know why exactly is the problem still existing. So if they tried all these alternatives, why has it not solved their problem? And there are two things I usually advise entrepreneurs to do. Customer analysis, which is what you use to build your customer persona, and competition analysis. So who has the product business here again? Okay, good. Where's my mic? What's your name? Oh, I remember your name. How many competitors do you have? Tell me two competitors in UI.
Class and Kingpin.
Class in Teda.
Yes.
They do mobile delivery.
Yes, they collaborate with different apps and different other.
Okay, and then the other person you met, the other business also do mobile delivery.
Yes.
And you think they are your competition. What exactly are you solving for?
What we do is we try to leverage on the fact that people might not have airtime. So it's easier to work on WhatsApp because of their different chat plans.
You're selling me your solution. What's the problem? See, that's the challenge we all have. What's the problem you're solving?
Okay, the first problem is long queuing hours in class to get food. People have to queue for a really long time and then find out that they get tired and go. So they either skip breakfast, lunch, or dinner. That is,
You're trying to solve the challenge of time and convenience.
yeah.
And so you think, so class is your so do you realize that I know that there's you and I in UI. Thank God is a place I know. There's you and I in UI. I don't know if there's no function. There's tantalizers in UI as well.
There's no more.
No more tantalizers. But the thing is that there are a lot of restaurants around Yoga that really are not everywhere is popular, not everywhere has a crowd. That is your competition. Now, Plaza, because they do mobile deliveries, they are not your only competition. So sometimes, when I say focus on the problem, it's time and convenience. Where are those places that people easily go to because of time and convenience? So you need to find out what they are doing and beat that. So which eatery in or place or where in the whole of UI can people easily go to readily? And now forget about mobile issues. Thank you, because see that entire SUV, there is a lot of restaurants there, so everybody SUV there is your competition. Whiskey burger. Everybody there is your competition. That's your competition. So you need to go around all these people. I'll say at least 10 of them and see what they're doing right. How exactly? Why is it that people keep going back to them? The time and inconvenience, that's what you're solving for, right? You need to find out how they are beating and people keep coming to them. So class and the other person, the other person, that's not the only competition. Every other, so it's not just about the mobile, it's about the problem you're solving for. Can I do one more person before we move on? Who has a business or something that they're building?
Okay.
What's the business?
It's a traffic management app. What Roadpower does is it tries to.
What do you call it?
A traffic management app.
No, you
Roadpower.
name.
Roadpower.
Roadpower.
Yeah. So it tries to ease the stress of road users on the road by providing them with traffic information, at the same time helping them access services readily at the right time.
What services exactly?
Okay, mechanics, organizers, car wash, anywhere, anytime.
So who are your competitors?
There's Giddy Traffic, there's Traffic Chief, there's Traffic Porter, and some other ones. Yeah, of course,
I'm going to focus on the second part you said. You said, what are services again you mentioned? Mechanic and all of that.
Car wash, yeah.
How many of us have gone to a mechanic or car wash based on the recommendation of Giddy Traffic or Google? So, no, okay, I'll just, if you've gone to, okay, these are the three options I'm trying to talk about. Giddy Traffic, Google, or a friend, or someone you know personally. Which one do you do more? Just say a friend. That's your competition. Giddy Traffic is not your
Let me
competition.
say something. The Giddy Traffic was not for the services. The Giddy Traffic was for the traffic information. Now, the reason why I actually added the finding of service is not for you just looking for a mechanic. It's in the case whereby your car breaks down somewhere and you basically don't know anybody around, and then your own mechanic is like 80, 90 miles away. So just get ready available services. That was what that was about.
Okay, so let me not focus on that. Let us use that part as an example and not focus. I totally get you. But see, in that kind of place, so just give so you can sit. So using that part, what I've extracted as the example, your competition is not other services, it's people. Because I trust information someone else gives me. So you need to find out why do people trust that information coming from their friend or their family member and find a way to incorporate that into your service or to beat it. So we need to expand our mind when it comes to competition, because all these other platforms, Google is not your competition at that point in time. It's who do people trust. Remember we said alternatives. What alternatives are people used to get this information? And you need to find out how to beat those alternatives. Is that clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's competition analysis. And then for customer persona, that means, for example, one, your ideal customer is someone between the ages of 16, let's say 30. That's one. The person has to have a mobile phone. The person has to have internet access. So usually, what we do is you actually sit down and write somebody's name. Simi, that's the person's name. Put an age, 18. Put the person's location, Idia Hall, for example. Person must have a WhatsApp, must have a smartphone, must have internet access. And then what are the person's interests? Some people that will never do mobile delivery because they say no, they want to see as their food is being served. So that is not your customer. So you have to write it down. Somebody who trusts the process of food delivery, that's the kind of person you're looking for. So you need to think about what kind of person basically will buy. And then there's also there's a cost of it. So is the person willing or unable to pay for your product? So you actually write the different characteristics of who you think will buy your product. So based on that, you know how you target your marketing. You know how you design your product to fit the characteristics of that person. You want to know where does the person live? What kind of job does the person, should anyone that should buy your product or put money into your business, what kind of job should that person be doing? Where should they be living? What personality, should the person be an introvert? Should the person be an extrovert? So you create personas, then go out on the street. Oh my gosh, I have 5 minutes. Go out on the street and like I said, interview like 10 people at least. Interview people and then use that to refine your customer persona. You still have a long way to go. Anyway, I'll be faster. And please always remember this, the only person who knows what is best for the customer is the customer. Accept it or You may think, see, which sometimes actually what you are offering might be better than what the customer wants. But it's the customer really that knows her pain points. Customer that knows what exactly you need presently. So don't come with that, like I said, don't come with that superior knowledge. Always agree that the customer is the person that knows what's best for her. Then, when talking to customers, listen more than you talk. I already talked about this. Technology is not the solution. I've talked about this. Do not try to convince people about your solution. So you're going to have to talk to customers. Find out how you can solve their problem. Don't come and tell them I have an app. Just tell them, instead of saying, we have an app that provides road file traffic stuff. Just ask, do you have challenges getting mechanics? Do you have challenges getting information to this? Start from there, not by, we have this solution and all of that. And remember, you can't sell your offering to everyone. Don't try to convince everybody. That is one important reason why you need to have your customer persona. Know who exactly you're looking for. Don't try to sell to everyone. And this is really important. We think if people need something, we don't have to make them want it. Find out that. Do you know how many things we need in Nigeria? Why are we not fighting for it? Why are we not asking for it? Generally, human beings, or maybe Nigerians, I think we're really docile people, or we adapt easily to situations. So you might need something, or until you want something, then you don't get that extra push, especially when it's not something that is essential to life. So when people need something, don't assume that because something is needed, they will run for your product. You have to make people, that's why the title of my talk was Building Products and Market Loves. They actually have to want to come and buy your product, even if it's something they need. So don't assume that because people need your project, they'll come for it. And then this is the process of getting your product market fit. So these tools are, if you've not done these tools, don't even start going to this at all. So this has to match this. So you need to start with the underserved or unserved needs. And your target customers, what do they want? What is the problem? Then based on that, you decide whatever you want to then build your product, build your feature set, and then UX is literally last. So that comes after your product. The iterations you make on your user experience comes after the users have actually tested the product. So that's why you have to do the other things first. Then, start with many features and functionalities. Trust me, it's a big scam. Don't even start as lean as possible. If it's only one service you're going to offer, that your app, start with that. Don't try and cram too many features. Don't try to cram too many services into your product. Start with the one. And this is really important. Look for the hair on fire market. So this is the example. If your hair is burning right now, are you going to care if this AC is working? I'm talking to you. If my hair is burning right now, I don't want to eat. If my hair is burning, I don't care, but I just need to get that fire out of my hair. So you need to look for people that your product is solving their hair on problem. That's really what they need to solve. So those should be the first people you target, because they'll be the first uptakers of your product. People that is like, if this thing does not, if I don't solve this problem, it's like my hair is on fire. So look for your hair on fire market and target them first. So they're the ones that will take up your product and then begin to evangelize for you. Kick off with a small team. I'm sure if you don't, I don't need to explain that. I really start small. And keep asking your market questions. Even if yes, you solve their problem, the problems always keep morphing and keep going back to the market and asking them questions. Don't be in a rush to show off growth metrics. I know it can be really intimidating sometimes in this tech space where you hear some people have moved from 1 million users and the next year they're telling you they have 16 million users. I don't know, a minute. You just hear all those numbers. Just take your time. If it's 5 users you have today, just really take your time. Don't try and show off your growth metrics. And your UX must be on point. User experience. Really, you need to be able to solve not just the problem, but the way your solution. Accessing your solution should not become a problem for people. Basically, it should be easy to access your solution. And design thinking. I feel like design thinking should be our problem. Should be our best in the entire country. So I don't know why we be in public spaces and we don't have ramps for people with disability to move on. You need to do total design thinking, whole thinking. Let me just move on. Okay, so we're actually on the last slide. So I just want to talk about examples around us, and then I will take like 1 or 2 questions. I'm sure all of us are saying, I think Uber has that now too. That's why we now have two options. I don't know if it's light or comfort. That just came in like maybe 3-4 months ago. Because they actually identified that for some people, I don't really care if my car was 2010 or 2006. I really don't care. I just want the car to be okay. Don't be rickety. So they know that they brought out a new product for a new set of customers who are not particular about the car. As far as the car is okay, they are fine with that. Slack is a very good example of product market fit. And the way many other apps can plug into Slack is one of the most amazing features. Like, there's almost nothing you can't do on Slack. If you want Slack to be the entire tool your team uses, you can do project management in Slack. How many of us use Slack? Okay, so yeah. There's almost nothing you can't plug into your Slack. So they've been able to, because they know that the people they want, it's basically almost like a one-stop shop for most people. Like, can be that can compete with everybody, do all your other activities, set up reminders, do all of that. And Alert is serving the unbanked people. You don't have to go to the bank. You can have your stuff like pay later as well. I think for young people especially, pay later is really good. And e-commerce pay on delivery. So even while I think like Nigerian e-commerce we're still yet to get it, but they actually adapted to fit the market. The Nigerian market doesn't trust the online system here that I'm going to look at the product online and order it. And because many of us have been burnt, you order something and they come and deliver the opposite to you. So they had to allow pay on delivery. So that examples of how people have found product market fit. And that's it.